Hi folks, it's Moz here, and I'm continuing my series of vintage kits from Airfix that I believe could be reboxed into or re-released into their Vintage Classic range. And on the workbench I have this 1:144 scale BAC 111. We'll have a look inside the box and just see what it looks like. And here it is. This is the BAC 111 Airfix 1:44 scale, so it's in that series. They call it red stripe. I'm not convinced about red stripe. People saying it's got more value because it is a red stripe. I'm not convinced. But anyway, this is this is the first edition. So this actual boxing was 1964. So that's 60 years ago when Airfix first tooled this and again put it in this box. And we can look on scale mates to see how many times it's been released. I'm only looking at the Airfix releases, not looking at the Corporation of America ones or the Craftmaster or the Kaiko ones, you know, just standard Airfix. So 1964 it was released, then it took a 9-year hiatus where it wasn't seen in an Airfix box, and it was then released in 1973, again with British United as its scheme. Then it was in 1979 they changed the scheme to British Caledonian, and they added it to what they had then, the Sky King range. Then in the 80s, I'm presuming it's like between 1981 and 84, they then changed it to having like the photograph of the model being built. So you had British Caledonian again, but this time the box art was basically that picture of a model. So I'm guessing it's around the 1980s, 84, 85 when they re-released it again. Then you're looking, I believe, around 15 years before they released it again with British Caledonian as their scheme. And year 2000, new box art basically, and just kept that scheme. A year later, they did something a little bit different. They actually created a starter set, or shall we say a model set, and they added that kit from the 2000s design, or the box design, and they added a few paints, some cement and a brush. And then 4 years after that starter set, or model set I should say, they then released it again with the Airfix logo with the yellow backing. So I'm presuming it's around the Humble time, Hella time, and so 2005, and that was the last time we have seen this model in an Airfix box. So whilst I'm in the middle of editing this video, I just thought I'd ask, if you're enjoying the content and want to see more, would you consider subscribing to the channel? All you have to do is click subscribe, ring that bell, click all, and you'll be notified when I release a new video. Also, if you can give it a like and leave a comment, it also helps with this channel growing. Right, back to the unboxing. Right, now it's time to go and have a look inside the box, and here it is. So you've got, as I said, the British United scheme there. So you've got that, I believe that's grey, not silver. Then you would have the decal going along, and then it's white on the top. I think these wings might be silver, but we'll have a look and see. Side of the box, they're giving you some options there. You could also buy a Vickers VC10 or the Vickers Vanguard Series B. These are Series A kits, and I wasn't too sure, and I've had a look when they changed from using letters to numbers, but you know, there you go. Side of the box again, you've got the box art there, and pattern number SK401. So there you go, SK401. There you go, you've got that range again. You've got the Sud Caravelle Series A there, and basically you've got the box art on the side. Nothing on the back, just a little bit where the tape was. Right, opening up the box again, top opening box, nothing inside. We'll put that to one side, and then we get the instructions, which we'll put to one side. And then here it is. This is the kit, and it fits. You know, when you see boxes nowadays, they're just huge. But this is a little box. It would be nice if Airfix released the Vintage Classics in the little boxes as well. Whether they can or not, I don't know. But there's the decal. Obviously, it's foobarred. Yeah, it's gone yellow. You know, it's more yellow than a nicotine stained nail, if you know what I mean. But you can see what they look like. It was very basic. You've got the reg number there, basically, of the plane. You've got some Union Jack flags there. You've got the stripes there, British United, and I suppose they go near the tail, don't they? Let's have a look. Yeah, I think they go on the fin, I believe. But or would they actually? No, they'll go around oh, hang on. I think. Oh, I'm just looking now. I think they may even go around the cockpit nose. But we'll have a look. And this is B111, which was on the actual on the fin at the back. But yeah, so there's the decals. I'm going to have to get some new ones if I build this one, because as you can see, there's even a bit of a line there where I don't think it's either cracked or the print hasn't gone properly, and they're off center as well. Unfortunate, but there you go. So decals are a bit numb. Now, whoever I bought this off, I put these bits that are falling out into a bag, which is lovely when you see that. But basically, there's the tree. You've got some nice detail on the wheels there. Let's just get the camera to focus a little bit better. So you've got some nice detail on the wheels. That is a tool for, and I'll explain it in a minute, but that is a tool for actually piercing the hole on the decal for the windows. But I'll go into that a little bit deeper when we go through the instructions. You've got some parts here, you've got aerials, and you've got bits here for the undercarriage. Looks like you've got a very small undercarriage wheel there, but yeah, honestly, you know, there's quite a bit of detail in this, to be fair, for such an old kit. Here you've got the other wheel there. There's another wheel there. I think that's for the engine, I believe. You've got your doors, because you can have the doors open or closed. If I just bring it up close, you can see you've got the doors. You got the bulkhead, and this one comes with a ladder that I believe goes at the back, but there is no internal cockpit detail in this. You're pissing in the wind if you think that. You're gonna have to scratch build it, but you know, it is a 60-year-old kit. And to be fair, if you did use the glass for the cockpit, you know what I would do personally, I would spray this black on the inside and then mask it up the best way you can, and then just spray it white and have the white lines. You know, you're not going to see anything inside the cockpit, so just spray it black on the inside here, and that'd be it done. But these do come with glasses and with windows, but later on they don't. I've seen instructions, and I'll show you later on, that they don't come with the glass, allegedly. So there you go. There's the clear glass there. Right, let's try and focus on this a little bit. So you've got two fuselage halves, and we're going to stick them together, obviously, and then we'll get a little bit of tape and tape them together so we can have a bit of a dry build. Now remember, this is a first edition, so this has only been released once. Let's put it here, actually. Put it here, and then we'll gently do that. So there you go, so it's together, but it's not looking too bad. Let's just get the camera to focus a little bit better. You can see that, you know, that I don't think you'll need to fill that. You would just sand that back nice and smooth once you've got a little bit of the old Tamiya extra thin in there. The front of the nose looks pretty good, the rear looks pretty good. You know, there's not a lot of work needed. I said, as soon as you've clamped this all together or taped it together, a little bit under here, but I'm pretty sure that if you just put a bit of pressure on, slight gap there, which may need a little bit of filler. But obviously, I've not sanded this down, so it could even be the where the sprue gates are that's keeping it apart. But to me, that looks pretty good. Then you have the wings that I think are together anyway. We'll just open them up and let's see how they fit. So yeah, you've got a locating pin there, and they just slot in lovely. There you go, and then just give them a click. Around they go, click it in, and there's the wing. And these wings will just fit in nice, so you just push that in there. That's not too bad a fit. Let's get the other side and push down, so that click together. A little bit of glue will be required, but there you go, that's it. It's quite a diddy little plane, really, considered, you know, for a commercial jet, most definitely. These go in on the top. There you go. In it gets. I think that's the right way around, isn't it? Is that the right way around? Are the? Oh look, they're even. did you see that? If I just bring this up, so they've even done it so that they're opposite, and we've noticed this on modern kits now, that they kind of keep them like that, so you can know which way. So is that, does it go that way then? Just want to see which way it goes in. Oh, there you go, that's perfect. And then this one goes in this side. Find the hole. Find the hole. There you go. And that isn't a bad fit at all, really. As I said, this was when it was first released, so hopefully the tooling won't be this bad. There you go. Together. I'm impressed with that. Very good. Right, in here, we've got all the engine bits here, so be careful here. I think that's a door there. And then the engines, they've got little, which side does that one go? So one side's bigger than the other. In he goes. We have to clean them up a little bit. This one goes on the back, like so. And then I believe, if I'm right, I think they're the same either side. I don't think there's much difference. That will go in there. And this will go in the back there. And you just glue them up with a little bit of Tamiya extra thin. Come on, you get. So if I just get in closer, you can see there's the engine there. A little bit of detail, nothing spectacular, but that wouldn't be too difficult to put together, would it? And then they would they slot in that way into the rear of the plane. And there you go. There's not much. There's no gap there, is there? Really? So yeah, a little bit of work. I tell you what, this is a pretty simple kit to put together. Very happy. I'm a very happy man. So if I put that one in there, put that one in there. I think there's one bit of the engine still on the sprue. I think the end of the engine's on the sprue there. Let me just check. I think it's that piece there. Where's he to? Not that one. Here. I think, is it that one? I'm not too sure. Maybe I've lost a bit of the engine. A bit worried now. Just checking. That's wheel to wheel. Is it that piece there? Just checking if I've got all the... I think it's that. The trouble is, you notice there's no numbers on this either, so you're doing it, you know, basically blind. But I hope the engines, let's have another look. No, it's got a piece there. Am I missing something? Just checking over. If I'm missing the bit, I'm going to have to make a piece up, I guess. I think that's it. Just looking. Yeah, I'm missing that part there, unless that's it there. That's the wheel. So I am missing one piece from this kit, unfortunately. Unless it's that bit there. Let me just double check everything again, so make sure I've got everything. Keep that out there, keep that out there. So I've got two parts of the engine. Then I've got the exhaust on the back. So I am definitely missing one piece from this kit. What a shame. So Airfix, you need to release this so I can get my little bit. Just checking it's not anywhere else, not in the box. No, I'm not seeing it fall out anywhere. No, so I am missing one little bit, which I can manufacture, probably using a little bit of tubing plastic card to go on the back. But hey ho, you can't have it all. I'm just checking to make sure it hasn't fallen out anywhere. And it's definitely not on there. But what's that piece there for then? Oh, what a shame. Okay, well, that's not a problem. We're missing a little piece from here. Right then, we have vintage, very vintage instructions. Now, these instructions will be exploded view, and then you will have a script to follow on. As I said, there are no numbers on this kit. Okay, you're going to have to just feel your way through. Okay, so information there about the BAC 111, and up to 1964 there was 25, 29, 31, 34, 39, 39, 49, 53, 63 in flight, it looks like. So it's telling you who bought them. So you're turning it over, and here you are. You start off with the build. Now, just interestingly, as soon as you start reading this, they are telling you to do the painting first. They're actually doing the paint first. So if I just focus on that a little bit, so you can see, there you go. They're doing the painting first. So it's saying, referring to the colour scheme overleaf, paint the white top decking and fin on each of the fuselage halves after first laying the cabin doors in place. Identify and cement freight doors in position. If required, radar nose on aircraft and anti-dazzle panel in front of cockpit should be painted black, lower half of the aircraft light grey. Avoid getting paint on the inside edge of the fuselage halves, as this will interfere with cementing. Note that any slight irregularity in the lower paint line will be covered by the transfers set aside to dry. So straight away they're telling you to paint this because you're going to put the decals on and then you're going to use that tool to make the holes in the decal, and then so it says here, you know, cut out transfers from the sheet, dip each in each water for a few minutes, slide off back into position, and then when transfers are done, the windows apertures can be cut out. This is done with the small punch provided. So that little piece that I showed you in here, that piece there, that is a punch, and you punch the holes in the into the decals. Easy. And so basically that's it. And then, as you say, exploded view, so you put the engines together, and then you put the wings together, and then basically once you've done all that, you put the doors in. There's a freight door there to be put in, which is that little one that was in that bag. Don't forget to add the windows. Freight door goes in and you're pushing it all together. You can even have this laying down if you want, so you've got the steps going up into the back, which is cool. And then that's it really. You're cementing this all together. What's this here, 33, so 33. Locating cement winged aerial into locating on top of the fuselage, locating hole on top of the fuselage above the rear canopy. So it's telling you bit by bit. It's a script, and I love this because if you read this, you will learn what the parts are of a plane, and that's something that unfortunately I'm very crap at. I'm dog shit at it really. So yeah, so it's, you know, so basically the parts are then numbered for the script, but they're not numbered on the sprue itself, which is absolutely fine. And then so you got 2 feet, so that's basically that's all of it, all done basically. Turn it over and there's your scheme. So it looks like this is all light grey. The tips of the wings are silver, the engine is silver, tips of the ailerons there on the back, and then everything else is all white. So you know, that's basically it, and that's it done. The matte black M6 anti-dazzle radar nose wheel and tyres. But yeah, there you go. That's basically it. It's that's where it's built. Fantastic. And I'm going to put that back in there, and I'm going to go and cry now because there's part of that. One little piece is missing. That bloody exhaust part is missing from this kit, but everything else is all standard. So, conclusion. From this, it's a no-brainer. Release it as a vintage classic. It's got everything. Simplicity of build, not many parts. They seem to fit well together for a 1964 kit. Now I understand tooling gets old, but really all you've got to really deal with is clearing off flash, and I know what that's like. You know, people do crimp a little bit when they have to deal with flash, but it's not difficult. It's a sharp knife, careful, gentle sanding, and it should all fit together nicely. Do you know what? It's a kind of kit that on a winter's night I would be tempted to build, but as I said, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of repair work on it, or just a bit of scratch building that end piece, which is a bit annoying. I thought it was all there, to be honest, but obviously it's not. But hey ho, can't have it all in life, can you? So for me, definitely it's put it in a new box, make sure it's the Vintage Classic emblem on it, and then get it released Airfix. And if you can put it in a little box like this, it's going to save you a few quid, because that's what it does. It will fit in that box, even if it means just taking off the fuselage from the actual sprue tree to make it fit. It's a no-brainer. It really isn't. Now also, when this was released later on, you can see by the instructions that they never, but they're saying that they didn't put the glass in. There's no glass work, and they're telling you to use Clearfix to dap some in each hole to make the windows. So if the tooling is a little bit buggered and they can't find that glass, as long as they've got the cockpit glass in check, I can't see it being an issue. They could easily put this in a fresh box and just call it Vintage Classic standard. So what's your thoughts on this kit? Is this something, if they brought it out as a Vintage Classic, you would build? or would you purchase it? Leave a comment below and just tell me your thoughts on this. Is it a kit you built years ago and like to build again? Yeah, just leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. And for me, Airfix, just release it as Vintage Classic. Pretty please, with sugar on top.
So pretty please, with sugar on top.
Thank you. And that's it from me. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Ring that bell. Click all to be notified when I release a new video. Any questions, any comments, leave them in the box below because I do reply. Huge shout out to my channel members who financially help me with this channel. If you'd like to help me that way, you can do by clicking join below and then select which membership tier you so wish. If you'd like to see other videos that I've done, in one of the 4 corners here, you can click a playlist, and you can also see my last unboxing of a kit that I think should be a Vintage Classic. And that's it from me. Take care, have a good one, goodbye.